On digital infrastructure in Central America. So, for some brief context, digital infrastructure basically began in the 1990s with investment from Cable and Wireless in Panama, which has a 90% share of data centers throughout Central America. Panama has also become, I guess, the center of, has become a hub for data centers and digital infrastructure with the City of Knowledge becoming a sort of hub that attracts foreign investment, that attracts think tanks, attracts new technical advancements in Latin American world. Um, Central America has also become a link which connects many subsea cables. Some notable ones include Maya 1, Arcos, the SAC or South American Crossing, and the Pan American Crossing, and also Tikal, which goes from Boca Raton to Yucatan, Mexico, and to Puerto Gallardo in Guatemala. Um, yeah, so some recent projects I'd like to talk about are Costa Rica, which has expanded their 5G networks in collaboration with the United States, where their increased broadband speeds to 78.2 megabytes per second and invested a lot more into cloud facilities. Um, they've also invested a lot in subsea cables, which the longest being 7,000 kilometers. Another notable project is El Salvador and their subsidization and development for data centers. El Salvador has actually used these data centers to help mine cryptocurrency. It's actually become the first country to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as legal tender, which is a fun fact. Yeah, for energy, a lot of these countries use hydroelectric power as the baseline source of energy. Costa Rica, um, Costa Rica has a uh, 75% hydroelectric power. Um, Neighbors like Panama and Guatemala are in between the 50% range. Um, a lot of countries like Costa Rica and El Salvador use their more geographic location and use volcanic energy as a form of energy for their data centers, while countries like Nicaragua are heavily reliant more on natural gases and traditional fossil fuels, which may be cheaper. Renewability has been a growing concern, but Costa Rica, for example, has a 98.2% renewable energy grid, and it's a aim that all these other countries are looking for. There is an environmental conflict, I'd say. Water depletion is a very big issue with data centers. Data centers can use up to millions of gallons of waters to cool down data centers. Uh, Not only do fossil fuels perpetuate natural disasters, some listed are El Nino, which is basically hurricane season, and which can just basically cause natural disasters in data centers, which have more implications, such as chemical additives, such as bromine or forever chemicals that great pose public health risks. But also, water depletion is very important in countries that in a region that is very economically underdeveloped and struggles with poverty. So, I guess allocating water to data centers may not tend to the immediate needs of these people. There needs to be a balance for regulators to ensure that stakeholders are not only benefiting economically and equally from data centers, um, using it as using it for communications, using it for healthcare, using it for education, but also ensure that the local ecology and environmental impacts are mitigated, are not damaged, or their damage is mitigated and alleviated.